This is Deathlore, the Warped Gamer,
And this is Z from Vukari Gaming.
back for another episode of the Mariner Arms
Yeah.
Design Corner.
Yep, and we're nearly done with the initial stage of the concept art, I believe. Could be wrong.
Yeah, of course there'll be a stage of touching it up and revising, but we're getting there.
Very exciting.
So today the goal was to flesh out some boots, correct?
Yep, because we neglected to include those in our earlier work.
We need boots.
Yes, we do.
Boots.
Last thing you want is your feet exposed to cold, hard vacuum.
Oh. Sorry, that did
Or
not
that,
go the way I wanted it to go.
or the wrench or random tool that some knucklehead is left lying around on the floor.
And stub your toe in space.
If you stub your toe in space, can anyone hear you cursing?
If you're like spacewalking, EVA, no radio, yeah, no one can hear you cursing.
Well, that makes it the only place it's acceptable to stub your toe. No one will think you're less of a man for yelling expletives at full volume if no one can hear you doing it.
Okay, so purpose of boot. You're still gonna want something light, but pretty armored. I mean, imagine a civilian, working class. Um, think of today's working class out in the weather right now, out in the elements, building buildings, especially steel buildings. There's a new building going up at my compound at work, and I just think about those guys out in the cold. They've got to have some good boots on, you know.
Yeah, I'm thinking about the boots I wore. I still own them and I still wear them a lot. Uh, when I was working on cattle farms and with horse farms, went a little went to around mid calf, and leather was nearly an inch thick, and the toe over the entire upper front half of the boot was about an inch and a half of leather and steel plate.
Yeah, still
Like
steel
these,
toes absolutely necessary,
yeah,
especially on a job like that. It's gonna be
that's why I still have toes.
I love steel toe. Just doing kind of work around the house or out in the field or anything
Yeah,
like that.
it feels good.
It
Now
does.
I'm thinking about sci-fi armor boots or just footgear that I've seen and liked the look of. And the one that kind of jumps out at me is Mjolnir armor. Uh the footgear of the Spartan armor in Halo
Uh huh.
to me very much kind of says heavy protective kit because it has those plates. I'm gonna bring up a picture on my.
What? My computer is funny. Must be a hotkey on my pen to make the whole picture rotate. Don't know
Yeah,
what it is, but
I saw it rotating and I'm like,
I think I found out what it is. That's funny.
where's a picture that isn't
No, that's
tiny?
not what it is. I have no idea what's causing that. It's funny. Well, it's doing it again. I didn't even do that. Uh, I don't know what's going on with this.
Oh my god. What the hell?
I
What the
didn't do
hell
that.
is going on?
That's
Of course
funny.
not. Of course not. No. There we
No,
go. There we
no,
go.
no.
Don't.
I left my pen on the tablet, not doing anything, and it just started rotating. It's like what?
Okay, but so I'm looking at the boot
Yeah.
from Halo's Spartan armor because I've got a couple halfway decent pictures. Ah, there we go. Okay, got a good one. And essentially what I'm seeing is the general frame slash outline is ankle boot height, but it consists of kind of like a almost a horseshoe, a dual horseshoe, one to
Hmm.
protect the toes and the forward arch of your foot, and the other to protect the heel and
Right.
the Achilles heel area, and then a strap over the top of the arch of your foot, and then kind of a flange projecting upwards from directly in front of the ankle, which could kind of connect or plug in to the greave.
Oh yeah, for the whole boot. So I'm looking at actually a 3D model of um, of just the foot piece. And it's got that front steel toe, and then it's got a steel heel, and then it's got some straps over the top of the foot.
Yep. Hang on, why the hell was I looking it up when you've got multiple screens that you can bring? Damn it, man. Damn it.
Just so you can get a picture of it.
Yeah, because I couldn't actually remember exactly what it was supposed to look like. Had to check. I'm just grumbling.
Okay, so getting the toe piece in. Look like that, kind of.
Pretty much.
Maybe more in the back here. Yeah, that's better. And it had a big piece here, and a big piece here. Actually, that might be a piece up here. Yeah. And then the heel piece is whale.
Yep.
With the little flanges, kind of reminds me of ski boots.
Oh man, that reminds me. I haven't gone to go skiing yet.
I was
Sweet.
supposed to take my kids on Saturday or Friday. Not
Oops.
not yesterday Friday, but oh no,
Next Friday.
Thursday. I was supposed to take them on Thursday.
Oops.
Well, I knew we couldn't. I had a deadline at work and I had to stay pretty late, and
Yeah, it
kind of a bummer.
happens.
But then, and so we told my oldest, and I knew he was gonna be bummed out. I was like, oh, I know how he's gonna feel, and um, then he did. He kind of huffed off, pretty upset. But then a few minutes later, he came back and he's like, actually, my foot has been hurting anyways, so it's probably good that I don't go. And it's like, oh,
Good
well,
kid.
good. But he hurt his foot. One of the tendons that goes around the ankle.
Yeah.
He stretched it, so he's
Oops.
still recovering from that.
Yeah. Of course, with the armor here, these straps are not intended to secure anything.
No, these are just armor, like armor
Yeah,
plating.
they're just there to protect all those bones on the top of your foot.
Yeah. Um,
Probably make a kick you deliver with this boot pretty damn devastating.
oh yeah, it's a heavy boot, and on top of that, we should probably allow for, put on some little clip areas on these to allow for mounting, um, grav grav stuff.
Mag boots?
Mag boots, yeah, mag boot adapters or something like that.
I was thinking we just count those as being default, like they are in the Expanse. They're just there, and if you want to activate them, do the like click your heel.
No place like home. There's no place like home.
There's no place like home. There's no experience like being stuck to the deck in 0G. I'm like in the Expanse, whenever they're going into 0G, you see how they do it, the click click.
Yeah, that makes sense. We just have some sort of activation that way.
Yep.
Okay. So then we'll need some ankle protection.
Yeah, gotta take care of their cankles.
Kinkles.
Or what is uh Jacksepticeye glankles. Glass ankles.
Yeah.
Gotta take care of the glankles. Jack, if you ever see this, we're sorry, we love you, don't hurt us. Just a creative process.
You have to draw
Sometimes
from experience like that to.
sometimes you make up your own stuff, sometimes you repurpose someone else's stuff.
One of the best teachers is someone else's experience.
Yep. Oh, he jumped off the bridge and splatted on the rocks? Not gonna jump off the
know.
bridge here.
Some things you gotta learn for yourself. Excuse me. But that's not one of them.
No. uh, how do I find my really expensive Hammerhead Corvette? I don't try it by just jumping in. I have someone else do it for me.
I just did it again.
Did what? The tilt?
Yeah.
Looks fine. Looks fine on my end.
Oh, just wait a second.
Oh, there we go. Oh,
Okay.
there goes gravity. Yep.
Yeah.
Quick, someone call Eminem.
Oh no.
That song was everywhere in high school, and all I can remember is that I hated it.
I didn't mind it, but I don't know. I was. It's kind of catchy. I mean, I like the beat. I like. I like the.
No, there's catchy, and then there's annoying auditory parasite that gets stuck in your head for
Well,
weeks after
it depends
hearing
on what's done with it. If something is like just overplayed, that
it. Mm-hmm.
turns into a problem. But it just on its own, if it weren't overplayed, I think it's pretty good.
Yeah, and all that angle of music. Music makes things. Like the music you associate with something can kind of determine if it's good or
Yeah.
bad.
Apologize. I should have had this open.
Ah, yeah, shame on you.
I know.
and
I know.
10 points from your Gryffindor house.
No. Actually, we had a blue and gold scout banquet last night. It was all Harry Potter themed, and my family got put in a Ravenclaw, and we were the best team. We rocked.
I've been told I'm a Hufflepuff.
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Personally, I think I'm a little more Slytherin. But no, this was something I was thinking about a lot because like Star Citizen as a game has amazing music. when it plays, it still has a tendency to cut off randomly, which I hate.
Yeah.
Um, Alita Battle Angel at the as a movie has pretty impressive music, and you've heard me say in my trailer reaction videos that for me, music can make or break a trailer.
Yeah. Oh, it
Well,
absolutely can. Yeah.
I keep seeing trailers for Men in Black International,
Oh yeah. I
and
haven't seen a trailer for that.
the music choice they made for that. Oh my god. It doesn't fit. It's not only is it just a bad song, but it doesn't fit with that kind of Men in Black mystique that
Oh.
is it's Men in Black. I haven't even watched the movies, the original movies, and I know that the whole core of MIB is this mystique, James Bondian, suave, slick. Look at us, we're so secretive and cool.
Yeah.
And then, so I saw that. I hear the first lines and see the first couple seconds. I see the black suits. I'm like, oh, okay, Men in Black. And then I hear the music, and I'm like, that's not Men in Black music.
Yeah. That's a shame.
And I saw that it's being directed by the guys who did one of the Fast and Furious movies.
Uh-huh.
And I was like, that's not even Fast and Furious music. Like, Fast and Furious has pretty good music for a popcorn action series.
Yeah.
Rant over. But,
Okay.
just... Also, are you hearing the Star Citizen launcher music? Because I can't hear it.
I'm hearing it. Remember last time you said you couldn't hear it either until later.
You know what? I'm just going to start my own launcher. I don't need you.
Oh, well, I see how it is.
I'm a strong, independent man. Don't need no music player. There we go. Love this music.
Oh, they did a fantastic job with the music.
Yep. Two best soundtracked sci-fi MMOs, Star Citizen and Eve. Eve has great background music,
It does have very
Which-
good environmental music.
which has an unfortunate tendency, just like Star Citizen, to cut off.
Yeah, it does.
Oh man, right now I've got that sequence where of the soundtrack where there's the cellos that
Yeah.
it's so epic. Thank you, whoever Chris Roberts hired to make this. They need to do like actually, right now it sounds like something I'd expect to hear in like Xi'an or Banu space. They need to make an actual album that you can buy of this music.
Or be included with the package that we bought. That would be nice.
It should be included. Actually, did they wasn't that included in one of the packages way back as like a post-release item? Or am I
think
making
so.
this up?
I'm gonna check.
Because
my
I feel like it was one of the original.
I think so. All right, here's the boot. While I'm looking this up, are there any
Anything that's jumping out at me about this?
well, that, and also, are there any like utility spots, like places to put things in your boot?
Uh, I can't think of anything. I mean, we're including the magnetic option as a default.
Mm-hmm.
It doesn't make sense to put jets or a hardpoint to mount jets on the boot because Iron Man in a way is pretty unrealistic because you've got two platforms that you're trying to launch yourself from that both require a great deal of coordination to not tear yourself to pieces.
Yeah.
So having the utility hardpoints for EVA packs on the back, like we have them now, makes a lot of sense. The only thing I can think of is like making a variant of the boot for like spies and special operations people with a slightly thicker sole that you can hide a ceramic knife in
Right.
for worst case scenarios. And I mean, even then, it's like you put a if you get to the point where you're drawing the knife out of your boot, you're basically dead.
Yeah. That's like your last. That's almost like a you've been left for dead and you need a survival tool.
Yeah, and they haven't found any of the other weapons that you've hidden on your body or in your armor because hell, if we get bored at some point, we could be like, you know what, we're gonna make a stealth suit for people who want to play as assassins.
Yeah.
And be like that one guy who spends 10 weeks on a Vandal warship completely alone or with a team of 2 or 3 people hunting down the Vandal one by bloody one. Because there's some people who are going to think that sounds amazing.
Yeah. So, with that being said, is there anything else we need to do right now on this boot?
I don't think so. It has the straps over the top, it has the toe and cap, it has the heel.
And the other question is, does the design flow with the rest of the armor so far?
I think so. The straps and that kind of scaled overlapping design of the straps calls back to the chest, the abdomen plates.
Yeah.
So I think it's fitting. I don't know if it will survive to the other suit variants, but I think for this design it works.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is of course open for change, which
Yeah.
it may very well do.
It almost certainly will change after Noga
Oh yeah,
gives us even his first draft
yeah,
3D art. We'll doubtless find something where we have that realization of, oh shit, this doesn't actually work.
yeah. That always happens.
Yep.
And
We'll
when
need to
it
get
does-
him. Yeah. We'll need to get him, or figure out a way to get him into those calls, so it's not just us tearing apart his design without him there to talk about it with us.
Yeah, I know he's super busy, but maybe he'll be able to. Maybe we'll be able to schedule something with him.
Yeah. It might make these episodes a little less often.
Yeah, it may do that, but that's okay.
Yeah, what matters is getting the content out.
I mean, what we could do is, while that's going on, we could start on another piece, and still have
True,
these
we can
going.
move on to the next project. Be a pipeline of 3.
Yep. Anyways, we're done drawing on here. I think that's all for today. So we can probably call it good here and reconvene next week. Get some ideas of. I haven't really drawn the knee plates or the thigh plates yet. I mean, they're kind of sketched in here, but I should probably do that. And then at some point, put all these pieces together as well.
Yeah, we're gonna need that detailed top to head to toe drawing.
Yeah, like this boot, we're gonna need to draw basically a technical drawing of it. So side, front, back, actually probably both sides because it may be different on the other side.
Yeah, because there's different mountings on each side.
Yep. And that kind of stuff does take a lot of time for sketching all that out. We can certainly just convene and talk while I work on those.
Yeah.
So those ones won't be so much. Well, there will still be a little bit of designing, but there'll be a lot of watching me sketch.
Yeah. If you guys are enjoying this design content, make sure you tune in Wednesday nights around what is it, about 11-12 p.m. Eastern time to see us playing Star Citizen and getting into some pretty funny shenanigans. We had a great adventure trying to get to Jumptown with another member of our organization just this last week. I did a lot of raging because it went. I got screwed over so bad.
You know, and there's a lot of there's still a lot of bugs, of course, but that's honestly, I think, what makes it kind of funny right now. It makes it fun in that sense.
Help! I'm stuck. What do you mean you're stuck? I mean, I'm stuck.
Oh, for maybe 3 weeks we've been trying to get to Jumptown, and every time we get there,
something goes wrong.
Something happens where we can't get there.
And this week we finally made it, and it was beautiful. It only cost us all of our money, but we made it.
It really did. I have 0 credits left.
No, you had at the end of last episode, you had like 1,014.
That's right. I did make one run from Jumptown, and I have $1,000.
I've got 600 or something. So I'll probably just pull security for you.
Yeah, I'll have to do those emergency beacon missions. Those pop up, and those are honestly some of the quickest money makers that doesn't require any down payment on goods, like Jumpdown, for example.
Yeah.
Anyways, this has been fun. We'll do it again next time. This is Deathlore.
And this is Z.
Take care.
And fly safe.